Welcome to Thrive Tucson, sponsored by Vantage West, where I chat with small business owners to see what makes their company thrive. I'm your host, Carla Escamilla, and today I'm joined with Quinlan Wildheit from Qmulative. Qmulative is a Tucson-based fashion and lifestyle brand that offers streetwear and apparel with a Southwest flair. Quinn, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Tell me about your business and how did you think about it and how it's getting to where it is right now.
Okay, cool, yeah. So I always had an appreciation for streetwear. This was going into college, so like 2007. And then fast forward, my grandma taught me how to sew right around 5 years ago. So that was cool to kind of reconnect with her on something that I'm super passionate about. So yeah, so that was 5 years ago. And then I've done, I would do Tucson Fashion Week in some capacity, still learning, trying new things. And then I just went through the Phoenix Fashion Week program over the summer. So yeah, it's been a crazy progression, but I'm having a blast.
So how did your grandmother come to the picture? Did you ask her to teach you, or it was just something that happened naturally?
Yeah, that's kind of the running joke. Like I figured I would just bring the project to grandma and grandma would make it because grandmas are good, and that would kind of be it. And that's all that first one was, right? For like a simpler pocket tee. And then, she's like, yeah, if you ever want to learn, and then it just kind of happened organically. So she taught me the basics and sent me out on my own. So yeah, it's cool.
So where you do your own designs. So tell me, how do you get your inspiration? How did you learn? I know you went to LA and started an internship over there. What did you learn over there to be able to bring it over and do it your own?
I got to see the whole scope of the industry, so everything from like your typical intern tasks all the way up to a little bit of buying and attending trade shows, and so seeing everything on on those brand sides, the brands that I worked with, seeing everything from like the warehouse being in their living room, right, all the way to a retail shop. So it was cool. I was just soaking it in. It was brand new to me, getting my feet wet, and so, but yeah, it definitely really heightened my interest in fashion and more specifically streetwear. Yeah.
So when you were doing that, what was your vision for your own?
I was running an online feed at the time, so just whatever I was interested in, and kind of everything I still embody today. So skateboarding, cars, music, and the arts, and kind of branding those within fashion. So at the time, I just had an online feed, and I wanted to again get my feet wet in LA. That's a big hub for everything, right? And so no, it seemed like the next natural step. So yeah, it definitely boosted everything moving forward. Super thankful for all those opportunities. Everything was unpaid, so I was just really grinding and soaking it in. But I think it definitely paid dividends for sure.
Is Tucson good to you?
Yeah, absolutely. These the Arizona pocket tees are still doing really well, and we're having some fun with those on the branding side too, right? So getting our own fabrics made. I've done some for Boca Tacos, TEDx Tucson. I brought some that we'll talk about in a little bit for a local coffee shop, Presta. But yeah, a lot of support, and it was a crazy whirlwind summer. So I think everyone's excited for what I'm coming up with next.
I think so, but tell me how you're expanding. I know you're into the business, into Phoenix, to bring your business over there, and how is that going?
Good. So yeah, just trying to line up, bigger quantity orders and focus more on the account side. That's been great. The Phoenix Fashion Week boot camp that I did this summer, we learned the business side of fashion. So everything, from marketing and consistency, all the way up to, being ready for if and when you do want to maybe pitch to an investor, and everything in between. So it was great. I learned a lot. I started in June with something simpler and had no choice but to make a really big jump in progression. So just wanted to, I need to and I will keep all that stuff going forward.
When did you start?
I've had the brand name for like 8 years, and then product, when my grandma kind of came on board, for 5 years now. So yeah, an actual brand for 5 years.
Do you have any partners? Is it all by yourself?
Just me right now, but we're talking to bigger and bigger players. It's cool, some of the emails I get these days. One of the shirts, it was a little side interview. One of the pocket tees was on the season finale of Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, wow.
So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, made for a good piece of content. But it's just stuff like that, just being around it and really immersing yourself in the industry. So yeah, Tucson's been great. And Phoenix, that was just who I had to go through this summer. But I'm excited. And
what have been the more difficult part of having this business for you? And how do you overcome it?
Yeah, just getting started, the consistency. I would just having the confidence to take that first step and maybe try a farmer's market. But that's one of the things on the flip side that I do pride myself in is the consistency. If I wasn't pushing out product, I had content or stickers. But yeah, you just have to stay relevant, right? So keeping up with the trends and maybe forecasting but also staying really true to your brand.
And something and unique.
Yeah, absolutely. At the end of the day, it's a super saturated market, so you really have to stand out. Yeah.
So tell me about your products. Tell me about this that you have right here.
Yeah, so this is some fabric we did for Presta. They've got a couple locations here, and so yeah, they'll set up at maybe Cultivate Tucson or pop-up markets and set up a little bar and serve coffee, which is really cool. So yeah, we got some custom fabric made. And made some shirts for the guys. They went out to a coffee conference, and they also did some set up like a little cafe, if you will. So it was cool. Just wanted to support and kind of revamp a collaboration that we already had going.
Yeah. So how is it like to be able to partner and to join forces with other local businesses and kind of give a hand to each other to boost the businesses?
Yeah. No, I think it's great. I mean, this is cool, and it's an interesting way to brand. It's something new, something fresh. Maybe Arizona without necessarily saying Arizona. And a wide range of stuff. Everything from restaurants, right? So Boca and Presta. And then over to something more entrepreneurial like TEDx Tucson. So it's cool. It's fun for me. I think it's great for them, and just something new at the end of the day. So,
what do you see coming? How are you going to grow? Where are you going to go?
So most of what I won with in the fall through Phoenix Fashion Week was cut and sew. So maybe we'll be able to show a shirt a little bit later. But yeah, just more intricate, more from scratch pieces. And with the whole season of things, just focusing on fall 2018, and then if I were to show at Phoenix Fashion Week again in the fall, I'd be showing spring 2019 product. So I'm relatively new to all that, but just staying on top of it and just staying true to my brand, but also trying to be really innovative and work with some new textiles and cool collaborative partners and stuff like that. So it's a lot for just me, but I'm looking to bring on some interns, so I think I'm excited. It'll all come together.
That sounds great. What about a retail space, somewhere where you can go and shop?
Yeah, so right now, as I mentioned, focusing more on the account side, so just bigger quantities, as far as these go. But I think a brick and mortar could be cool. I would want it to be like 1/4 retail and the rest a working shop. I think that'd be really cool. We'll see. I like the pop-up markets. I like sewing on spot. That's cool. It's a cool interactive experience. But maybe someday. Yeah.
Some days. And sewing on the spot and kind of makes it feel that whoever's going to buy that piece makes it feel like, oh, he made it for me. It's special.
Yeah, it's cool. They get to pick their own color combo, and I've done enough of these now that it's pretty quick. So yeah, people can you can go grab a slice of pizza or something, or you could stay right there at the market and watch it get made. So it's fun. So yeah, looking for more opportunities like that. It's exciting.
Sounds good, very good. Well, congratulations. And before we go, what would be your best advice or the most important thing that somebody needs to know before they get their feet in the water to start a new business?
I would just say reach out, and that might be a pretty big step right off the bat. But maybe just ask for help or get some feedback. Which could be kind of like the truth hurts. Who knows? But just I would ask people. I know my industry is really young, and people are more than happy to help. Because the people I look up to, they've made it, and they've made a lot of mistakes along the way. So I guarantee they'd be more than happy to help us not make those same mistakes. And
just real quick, tell me about the name. Why Qmulative with the
Qmulative?
Q?
Yeah. So again, it started as like a blog online feed. As simple as my name's Quinlan, so I spelled Qmulative, but with a Q. I do get some funny pronunciations, so I'm trying to get people more familiar with just the Q itself. But it's cool. In and of itself, I think it's unique. So
awesome.
As simple as that.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And to find out more information about Qmulative or to check out Quinn's designs, visit qmulative.bigcartel.com. This has been Business Spotlight with Carla Escamilla. See you next time.